government's been trying to stop teenagers getting pregnant, but last year the figures rose again. In inner-city Birmingham, there's twice the national average of teenage mothers. In a month, Lisa, aged 17, is due to join them.
I wanted a baby from the age of 13. When you're 13, it's a fashion to have a baby. I thought it was going to be, I'd just get this bump and that's it, but it wasn't that.
Lisa's pregnancy is not going well. After a series of complications, she's summoned, along with mum and boyfriend Matt, to see maternity's senior consultant, Dr. Gabrielle Downey.
She's got excess fluid on the baby, evidence of infection, a breech presentation, a smoker who's insisting on a general anaesthetic, so she's got an increased risk of problems with breathing afterwards and doesn't seem very compliant. She thinks she knows what she's doing and we'll have to work around it. Lisa Marie.
Right there.
Come on in, I'm Dr. Downey. Right.
What do the teenage mothers you see have in common?
Attitude. Are you smoking?
Yeah.
Because that's going to give you more coughing after delivery. When your tummy will hurt, you think you can give it up for 2 days before you have the baby?
Yeah. Well, I tried to stop. I really did try to stop. But it's hard when you've been smoking since you were 10.
The two most important things not to do is smoke and get fat.
I would put on more weight afterwards, because especially as my craving was chocolate.
And how many of them manage to not smoke and keep the weight off?
Oh, they never listen. If they arrive into my clinic and they're still smoking, they're going to continue smoking. Now, you know you're going to have a cesarean.
Yep.
Have you got any questions about it?
No, except for can I be put to sleep, because if not, I'm not having it.
Why is that?
Because I'm needlephobic.
If we could put jelly on your hand that makes your skin numb so you can't feel it, would you consider being awake?
No. And I've been told not to be awake never.
Who have you been told not to be awake by?
A woman who's had 3 cesareans and was awake with 1.
All right. It's just, I'll tell you the advantage of being awake. You recover better, so you feel less sick afterwards. That's number 1. Number 2, you get to see your baby.
I'll get to see when I'm awake.
And someone could go be in with you for delivery.
Yeah, he can be.
No, not when you're asleep.
Oh, well, he can't be.
Because I've had 2 cesareans, and I was awake for both of them, and you don't feel anything.
No, I prefer to be asleep.
I'm not going to force you.
No, I prefer to be asleep.
I was quite concerned that she didn't seem to realise how unwell she was associated with the smoking, and yet she was still insisting on having a higher risk approach to her delivery. So we won't force you to have it awake, but I do want you to consider it.
Well.
That means no.
Would you like to have just been able to tell her what to do?
Yes, it's the truth of the matter. It's a bit uncomfortable with all that fluid, isn't it? They come with a fixed idea or attitude of what they want, and they will not be advised or persuaded from that attitude.
Juanita's expecting her baby any day now.
Come and have a seat.
She's not enjoyed the wait.
Do you think you were prepared for the reality of pregnancy?
I don't think so. Didn't think it would be so hard to be pregnant. You just want to get your baby out and go, oh, he's okay, he's gorgeous.
When are you going to induce me?
The honest answer is that I make the decision based on clinical need, not you being fed up. Then you have an increased risk of needing a cesarean, and you don't want a cesarean, you want a normal delivery.
Yeah.
And you have an increased risk.
As a teenager, Juanita's odds of a trouble-free delivery aren't so good.
Complications are definitely higher, and your need to have a cesarean section is higher for a teenager compared to, say, a 25 to 30-year-old woman. Teenagers' bodies aren't actually mature enough to be in the pregnancy situation that they're in.
At City Hospital, all teenage births are treated as high risk and supervised by a consultant. They don't come cheap.
For the whole antenatal care, you would spend about between £10,000 and £15,000.
So these girls could be getting a 10 grand birth?
Oh, no, without a doubt, they get 10 grand worth and above.
Juanita's birth plan doesn't include the baby's father. He's not around.
He never even saw me with a bump. So to him, even though he saw the scan, sort of, with his hood over his head, pretending he wasn't, that it never became real to him.
Can you tell us about your baby's father?
Waste of space. That's all I can say, is a waste of space. I just don't want anything to do with him. I don't want him to do anything with my child. It's just, he's already told me that he don't want to know.
Yeah?
Lisa told me that she wanted a kid. No, I did. I wanted one as well. So, we tried for a baby.
Have you been to the bank yet?
How long had you been with Lisa when you started trying for a baby?
A month.
We can get some more fags and get me a sandwich.
Do you think that's quite soon in a relationship to start planning being parents together?
No.
So you get me a tenner on my phone as well? In the start, it was just, well, I'll sit with Matt, I'll have a baby, then he can go. Don't shut down the phone, you twat. But now it's like, I've got pregnant and like, I'm attached to him. He's still there. Just sometimes wish he'd go away.
At home, another city hospital patient is nearing her due date.
Ow.
16-year-old Sanisha.
Ow. Ow.
Almost 9 months ago, she was entering her GCSE year, when a night out changed her plans for good.
I went out because it was fun. I didn't want to stay in my house. And so I knew that I was out, but no one else knew I was out. We just both wanted sex, but that's it. It wasn't like, I like you or you like me or a thing like that. We just wanted sex. That was it. It wasn't even anything like, yeah, that's the boy I want to have my baby or anything like that. It was just sex.
What about a condom?
I did use condoms, but not at that time. Maybe I wish I did now.
Were you frightened to tell your mother you got pregnant?
Yeah, I was petrified. I didn't want to tell her because I knew she'd just be disappointed. I knew the way she was going to look at me, and I just thought, I'm going to disappoint her. See, I'm even starting to well up now.